negative double. This double card here has a number of very powerful uses. One of its most common uses is as a negative double, or a Sputnick double, if you're American. Many bridge players describe the negative double as being absolutely essential in order to bid effectively after enemy interference. And enemy interference happens a lot. Apparently in modern bridge, overcalls happen in nearly half of all the bidding auctions, so it's great to have some good system in place. So what is a negative double? It's a type of takeout double, but what's so great about it is that it gives much more specific information than a normal takeout double. It normally shows a major. It's used when your partner has opened the bidding and the opponents have overcalled. If the opponents have overcalled at the 1 level, you can make a negative double with as few as 6 points. If the opponents have overcalled at the 2 level, you need a little more oomph to make a negative double. You probably want 8 or more points. This is normally how negative doubles work. If you and your partner decide to play negative doubles, then if your partner opens 1 of a suit and the opponents overcall a major, then for you to now bid your major, you must have at least 5 of them. If you can't now bid your major at the 1 level, then you have to start with a double, a negative double. So in this example, your partner sitting in south opens a club, the opponents overcall a heart, and you, sitting in north, can no longer bid 1 spade. Instead, you must start with a double. Your partner now knows you have 4 spades and bids again on this basis. Here your partner is very happy with your spades and your partnership will find gain. Compare that last example with this example here. Here West opens a club and North overcalls a heart. You have 5 spades, so you can bid them. You wouldn't double because if you did, your partner would think you only had 4. Because your partner knows you have 5 spades, your partner can happily bid on that basis. And again, you're going to find gain. Being able to bid these 2 different hands separately makes life much easier for your partner. Here's an example when the opponents overcall a spade. Your partner in North opens a diamond, and the opponents overcall a spade. You double to show you have hearts. Your partner doesn't know yet whether you have only 4 hearts or more than 4 hearts. They just know that you would have bid 1 heart but for the interference. It's possible you have a weak hand with 4 hearts. It's also possible you have a weak hand with 5 or more hearts and not enough points to bid to the 2 level. Or perhaps you have 4 hearts and 10 or more points. To bid 2 hearts after the overcall is not enough to just have those 10 or more points. You also must have at least 5 hearts. Your partner is happy to compete even with the worst case scenario of 4 hearts and a minimum, so bids 3 hearts. If the opponents overcall your partner's opening bid with a minor, then you're allowed to mention your 4-card major at the 1 level. If you have 2 4-card majors, however, then you start with a double. This is also a negative double. Sometimes an overcall takes the bidding to the 2 level. To make a negative double now, you need a little more oomph, more like 8 or more points. In this hand here, North opens the bidding with a heart and East overcalls 2 clubs, so East has taken the bidding to the 2 level. For you now as South to make a negative double, showing your spades, you need to have 8 or more points, which you do here. Unfortunately though, you don't have 5 or more spades, so you have to start with a double. So your partner will know that you've got at least 4 spades and at least 8 points, and will use that information to take the bidding from there. In summary, if you play negative doubles, it gives your partner a lot of information, particularly about your major. It gives your partner information if you use the negative double, and it also gives your partner information by inference if you don't use the negative double. Once your partner sees your negative double, your partner carries on the bidding on the basis that you would have bid your major at the 1 level if you could. Remember, if your partner opens the bidding and the opponents overcall a major, you can now only bid your major if you have 5 or more of them and you have enough points.